Can we just take a minute to recognize this amazing skull? Like, hello. Isn't she beautiful? A Simone. Girl, you so fly. Hey witches, welcome back to my channel. It's the Wyld Wytch here. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. As you can tell, it is that time again. It is time for a altar tour. Now, for this tour video, this is going to be my autumn equinox altar. And as you know, my altar is in 3 sections. I have a place where I do my have my crystals, like the crystals that I work with for this particular time of year, crystal grids, and then my middle section of my altar is the main altar. It's where I do my workings, and you know, I charge items and so forth, so on. And then this year I'm doing it a little bit different. So the end part of my altar is for my ancestors, and it has some bones and skulls and that kind of thing. So if you don't like to see bones and animal parts, then you will want to skip the 3rd section of the video. Now normally I do change my altar up for the autumn equinox, and then I change it again for Samhain, and then, you know, for winter solstice. But this year I've combined what I'm going to do for Samhain and the autumn equinox. I normally have, well, I have an ancestor altar that I keep going year round, but it's not in my witchy room. But this year I was led to do something special for my ancestors as well as the spirits that I work with. Now I want to mention, make sure you keep your eyes open and look around, because I do have a lot of spirit activity going on today. So that's something I want you to keep your eyes, you know, out for, and see if you see anything going on. So I'm going to move out of the way and let you see my altar, and I'm going to do it in, you know, the 3 sections. Now the one that I normally have over to the side, that's a little bit separate. I normally have like my penny whistle, my singing bowl chimes, my Buddha. It's my meditation spot, but I do have that still the same, but I've had to change it up just a little bit because I do have some workings going that I didn't want to put on camera, so I had to put those workings over there, so I'm not showing them. Okay, let me just shut the hell up and show you this video. Okay, this is section 1 where I have the crystals. Now if you see this wooden moon box back here in the back, you'll see crystals on top, and those are the crystals that I mainly work with this time of year. It's the crystals that I incorporate in my workings, the crystals I carry, I meditate with. I do crystal infusions and all kinds of stuff. So those, there's all different kinds, but I feel like these I work really well with these for this time of year. So I also have this card. It's an oracle card, just a message that I'm working on right now. This crystal back here, this raw one, that's mookaite, and then I have some dried herbs and flowers that I've harvested, and then some feathers, and there's a little owl, there's acorns, feathers. Right here is petrified wood. Then in this little dish, that's all different kinds of tiger's eye. That's lava stones, some more petrified wood. Then the three, see the three little stars back there, that's, I know it doesn't really relate to this, but they're amazing for protection, as well as when I do divination. So I love using the starfish, the sea cookie, and the sand dollar, or yeah, I think it's sea cookie or sea biscuit. I can't remember what the hell the thing's called now. So anyway, then I've got, you know, over here my darker crystals, and then I've got like a little crystal grid with a pentagram, and then I have my selenite tower, and then some crystals around it, and it's just on like a little dolly, a little paper dolly. I reuse these. I draw different kind of grids on them, and then I can throw them away, reuse them, whatever. And then here's the butterfly wing inside the fake amber. Okay, I think that's all, yeah, on that one. So that's my crystals. Oh, I can show you down a little bit my cauldron, and then, you know, this is where I put my incense in here, and then just my grimoire, and then that's like feathers and for smudging, and carving tools, like my candle carving tools, and yeah, my little cauldron. Okay, so now we're at the main section of my altar. This is where I do all of my workings and charge items and, you know, all that good stuff. So I'm going to get closer and show you each little part. Sorry if I just made you drunk. Okay, on this little section, you see the skull, selenite wands. Then this is a flower that I harvested, a jawbone, some snake skin, some driftwood, and then just a cool looking stick. I thought it looked cool. We have some fake flowers for fall. I've got a little bitty bale of hay back there in the corner, some pumpkins. I've got that crystal. I showed it in a haul video. It's this crystal right here. And then my little fox that's, let's see, right here is amber. Then that's an acorn, pine cone, and a cypress ball. Back here is a big chunk of raw tourmaline. And this is my little corn maiden. I will burn her on the autumn equinox. Then in this little skull here, I have salt water. Then my little skull hand, it's got like a little ring on there that I use in ritual. And then this little stone right here is bloodstone, and then it's got like a little thorn. I think it's called the devil's tongue cactus thorn. Anyway, I use it for protection. And then let's see. Okay, we've got some candles. Now I wanted these candles to look like old, antique, like they have, you know, been through hell and back. That's why they are like missing color and all. But I wanted the colors to be associated with the harvest season. So, and then of course my beautiful goddess in all her glory. And then that's my picture. I know you guys have seen it, but I just put it up. And then we've got my spirit guide with horse here. Then this is representing my goddess in crone aspect, and it looks like a bird to me too, which is super cool. Look this way, and then I don't know, it's like, to me this is like a crone goddess, and she's got like this cape thing over her head, and it comes down like in the shape of a bird's beak. And then I've got witch's burrs or witch's balls, a ruin. Then over here I've got snake and bear, both for snake and bear medicine. I've got healer stones, or healers, yeah, it's healer stones up here. It's healer's gold. And then of course, oh, I've got some tarot cards under here. This is the witch. Right here's the witch, the harvest, and then over here is the crone. And then I've got some charms that I use whenever I do work-ins. And then on each side of the altar I have these little stars, you know, and the skeleton hands I've already mentioned. This crystal back here is for my goddess. It's my protection oil. Then there's my warrior. He is for the harvest as well. He will also get burned. There's my sacred water. This is pyrite and tourmaline in raw form. Then I have a little bird right here. Then in this skull I have sand and black salt and then incense. And then I've got another big acorn back there, a skull, a black rose, a pumpkin. I'm going to have a sun card. I've got my mirror with this black candle on top that I will burn on Samhain. And then I've got this crystal, and inside this box, I don't know if I can open it with one hand. Yeah. These are whenever I'm doing some kind of healing, working ritual, or I'm mixing some kind of oil, or, you know, for like that relates to herbalism as well as magic. I use these, so I keep them separate. And this is just a little box that I made. Alright, and then I have on this side I have this arrow for my main spirit guide, and then my main spirit animal, and then my skull, okay, so that is on the main, oh, and then I have these lights. Now you see those, the bats and the skulls, I've got to get some more batteries for those guys, but I've got the Himalayan salt down here. And then look how cute this altar cloth is. Isn't that the cutest? All these little cats. Anyway, oh, and there's a piece of amethyst right here. I forgot to mention that. Now this is the last part of my altar. This is what I will use more for Samhain. Like I will put offerings for spirits, ancestors, you know, all that kind of stuff on here. And if you don't like skulls and bones and that sort of thing, then you want to skip this part. But I wanted to go ahead and put this up now. I was led to do so, so I went ahead and added it. I normally wait until Samhain, but I went ahead. So let me just start. Sorry guys, let me just start over here. Alright, so that's my rattle, and then this is my raccoon skull, deer antler. These are some flowers that I harvested on my grandmother and grandfather's property, and my grandfather has passed away. He's been gone for a long time, but he planted one of those trees, so I harvested those flowers on, not the last time I was down, but the time before I went home. I harvested a whole bunch of those, and that is camellias, yeah, camellias. Okay. Then there's some moss, some feathers, and then I have some cotton over here because my grandparents picked cotton, and both of my grandparents on the other side have passed away, so that represents, you know, for them. And then here's a piece of petrified wood, and that has meaning on both sides. This is a candle with birch on it. This is a piece of pine, like a pine needle that's dried. That's agate. This is a big piece of petrified wood. Then this is driftwood, but it has like a hole in it, so I have some dried flowers in it. Then these are some candles. And these candle holders were my great grandmother's. And then back here, it's like little leaf candle holders. That's for my grandfathers and my grandmother. And it's just black sand in the bottom. There's a hagstone there. And there's some oil. I've got some little apples there and about, if you know, for them. And then I'll turn this little lantern on when I do my ritual for them, because I do like a 3-day ritual around Samhain. So I'll turn that on for them. There's some more wood. Here's a little owl. Sorry, that's my sewing box in the back there. Sorry, guys. But that's a pine cone and some moss and some little balls, little seed balls. I found them they came off of post oak trees, but it's like a fungus. But anyway, they're super cool. And then this is a big bone, and it's got some grass and stuff in it. And then I've got some feathers just down and around. I've got, I forgot about this, black quartz. And then this clay goddess. And then, let me show you. You see back here, right here, this is for my turtle that passed away, shell. And then I've got my bird up there. And then I've got another one here. And here is my besom that I use. And it's got some crystals like clear quartz, amethyst, tourmaline, and then it's got some charms on it that has meaning to me. The yellow does as well. And then the feather. And then it's wrapped in black here. So yeah, and then y'all have seen everything else up here. I don't think anything else has changed. Some of the crystals have changed here because I do change them out, but I've went over all my crystals in a video. So yeah, this is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my altar. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Until next time, fly high, witches. Peace